Joseph, favored son of Israel.
The road to Emmaus. On the third day after Jesus' crucifixion, 2 of his disciples were going to the village of Emmaus. While they walked and questioned each other, Jesus himself came near and walked with them, but their eyes were kept from recognizing him.
What are we going to do now?
I thought he was the one. Why are you walking and talking so sadly?
Don't you know the things that have happened recently in Jerusalem?
What things? The things concerning the prophet, Jesus the Nazarene. The priests and our rulers crucified him.
But we were hoping that he would redeem Israel.
And now it is the 3rd day since these things happened.
Also, some of the women from our group said that he was alive.
Foolish people. Didn't the prophets write that the Son of Man had to suffer these things in order to enter into his glory? Beginning from the law and the prophets, he explained to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. This is just one of the stories Jesus could have told. Consider the story of Joseph!
Greetings, Bible nerds. It is I, Artsy Bible Nerd. When last we left our hero Joseph, he was sitting around the fire with the male members of his family. We have Israel and Reuben and Judah and Simeon and the rest, and Benjamin, the youngest, and then Simeon. Joseph is about to say, I had another dream last night. Oh, groan. I can't believe this. We give any lip to this fool. And then Simeon says, oh, the great prophet speaks. Ha 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 ha. Simeon, let Joseph speak. Go ahead, Joseph. And Joseph will speak. He's been in that position for quite a long time because I've gotten distracted with other things, but I promise you we will continue working on this page of the book and possibly go on to newer things. So yesterday I got 4 followers. Abundant Lotus 12 has followed yesterday. Thank you very much. Mom Roar Again followed yesterday. Thank you very much. Also Wasabi Cheetah. I've seen him around. Thank you very much for following yesterday. Also Ali 9719. Pleased to meet you. Has followed yesterday. So, and also the real SJ10 followed 6 days ago. The same day that was the last day I streamed. So, have been doing a lot of parenting stuff this past week. Taking care of my daughter, who is going through band camp this past week. Band camp has since ended. Today was the last day of band camp. So, and next week I start actually going to my new job, actually doing something at my new job. So that will be, the first 3 days will be at 8 o'clock in the morning, and from then on, they say I'll be on my own, working from home. So there. Let's see, what else? So that's it. So because of kids and school and getting kids out of the door, I'm going to have to go to bed earlier than I'm used to going to bed, which means I can't be streaming every single night. So So I'm going to have to stream a little less often. What's going on here? Why am I'm drawing... Okay, that's why. I'm drawing lines, but I don't see the lines. What I have to do is get these heads out of the way. Let's make that transparent, or invisible rather, and this one invisible. Alright, I did draw some lines. I did them on the wrong layer. Story of my life. Okay, here we go. We got shoulders. Ruben has shoulders. Alright, I'm going to... This is the rib cage. And let's start that over. I think that rib cage is standing a little bit too straight up and down. Let's do this, because the rib cage doesn't usually do it that way. So the rib cage goes here. And then here. Then we have the small of the back going there. And we have the under part of the rib cage going here. Pectoral muscles. So, as I was saying, I'm going to be changing my schedule from every single weekday to it's going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, along with Friday nights. So, until further notice. Something tells me that is a little short. It's looking shorter than it's supposed to be. I got my hand on my hip. He's got his hand on his hip. We dip, we dip, we dip, we dip. So what happened today is I thought we were just going there to watch my kid play in the band. Actually, they had a little bit more in store for us. So my kid plays the marimba, and what they wanted, they asked the kid to go to the stands and bring out a volunteer, most likely one of their parents or siblings, in order to play their set instrument. I have never touched a marimba, have no experience with marimba whatsoever. It's laid out similarly to a piano. If you know the piano keyboard, it's got your whole notes. The white keys are the whole notes, and the sharps and flats are the black keys. So there's 3 black keys, and then there's they're grouped in sets of 3. 3 black keys, and then there's 2 black keys. Anyway, it's similar to a piano keyboard. So in order to explain, to impress upon their parents how much work their kids have been doing and how hard it is, they each brought out the parents to play their chosen instrument, something very simple, like chopsticks. Here, Dad, play chopsticks on my mandolin. Well, I tried playing chopsticks. I've never played chopsticks. I've never bothered to learn chopsticks. Did I say mandolin? I meant marimba. Marimba. Needless to say, nobody bothered to recruit me for the band. Nobody said, hey, your dad is awesome. I didn't have to turn down any offers. Let's see what happens. I think, what if I just make his head smaller? There we go. That's the head. Now, transform. Transformers. Click OK. Say yes to the dress. Deselect. Tell you what, why don't we work on this a while? I'm a professional. I know exactly what I'm doing. I have a plan. Angry eyebrows. Angry eyebrows. Angry eyebrows. hairs coming out of the eyebrows, and then the eyebrows go up here into the furrowed brow. I'm not sure if that's a word or not, but this is my stream. I can make up any word I want. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do. Alright, have to remember where the light is coming from the bottom this time. It's not from the top. This whole page has been very difficult for me to remember where the lighting is coming from. Alright, here we go. Let's work on the ear. All right, let us see what is special about today, shall we? Today is August 11th, Thursday, August 11th, 2022, also known as Annual Medical Checkup Day. Huh, interesting. I think the doctors are going to be a little inundated, that is, if everybody goes today on Medical Checkup Day. But that's what the calendar says. It is here, forever and henceforth, known as Annual Medical Checkup Day. Hereforth and forth to with, thou shalt get your medical checkup today. This guy has a cowlick when all the hairs originate from the same center point. How convenient cowlicks are. As easy to draw, easy to work with one center point. Thank you, God, for creating cowlicks. Interesting question is where that name actually came from. Did someone's cowl lick their skull? Lick their head? A cow just licked my head. Ew! Yuck. Alright, so let's find out. Next to the fire, he's just going to stand up. He's not going to move around to a different position of the fire. So the fire is to his bottom left. Bottom left, I say. Please do not forget to follow and or subscribe so you don't miss when I'm going to be streaming next. Like I said, the plan is going to be from on Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as Fridays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And that will be from 10 p.m. till midnight. Eastern time, that is. All right, we do have a verse of the day. The verse of today is Are you in suspense? Do you like things that are suspenseful? Well, you're gonna love this. It's so suspenseful. So suspenseful, even I have to look it up. Okay, here it is. Leviticus 19:33. I'm a pro streamer. I can type. I can copy and paste. All right, so Leviticus 19:33 says, "When a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them." There you go. That is your verse for the day. Short and sweet. It is very short. I agree. But the meaning behind that verse is actually pretty powerful because Israel should have remembered that they themselves were captives in Egypt. They themselves were foreigners in the land of Egypt. But did they? How did they act towards their the foreigners of their time? And how do we act towards the foreigners in our culture? How do we act towards the alien, illegal or otherwise? It doesn't say whether or not they were legal aliens. If they were, it says to take care of the alien, legal or illegal. Does that sound too political? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just quoting the Bible here. That's all I'm doing is just quoting the Bible. So another thing that I learned, let's do both of these things at the same time. So podcast nuggets. It is now, I declare, it is hereby time for podcast nuggets. When I will rack my brain to try to remember what I have learned from listening to my various podcasts, the podcasts that I listen to, that is. So what I've learned is about the Nazirite vow. There was a vow that the most famous Nazirite, in my mind at least, is Samson, where his mother made a vow that he would become a Nazirite. And that meant that he was not going to touch any wine, he should not touch any dead bodies, he should not, he should let his hair grow, do not cut his hair. So these are the same rules that the high priest has to live by. So in essence, it's democratizing. What I've learned recently is it democratizes the office of the high priest. The actual high priest has to come from the line of Levi, has to be born into you have to, it's not something you can attain, it's something that you have to be appointed to. But not all high priests lived up to their role. You can think of Caiaphas, you can think of, he's the one who sentenced Jesus to death by crucifixion. But there's another famous Nazirite that I did not think of, was not aware of, and that would be John the Baptist. John the Baptist was apparently set apart as a Nazirite. So it makes sense that Jesus will go to John the Baptist as the righteous high priest instead of the corrupt high priest of the Sadducees in order to be baptized. More about Samson that I just learned at the same time as learning this is that Samson, the whole story of Samson is about how he did not live up to his Nazirite vow. He's not supposed to touch dead carcasses. Well, here, look what I found. I found this lion. I'm gonna go get that. Hey, Mom and Dad, I want to marry this woman who's not from our clan, is not from our... I want to marry a Philistine woman. Go get her for me. And then he lets his hair be cut by the same Philistine woman. If you think the Bible is full of righteous men, righteous people who are supposed to be role models, it's full of only one righteous man. There's only one righteous man who we should look to as a role model, and that is Jesus. Gotta take care of this tooth here. Give it a little bit more tooth. So there you have it. It's not a long lecture today. It's not a long sermon. I didn't write notes for any of that. Let's give it a little bit more shadow on the side here. So I've been posting these videos on YouTube, and apparently some people have been watching them. Thank you very much to those people. Whoever you are. If you happen to be in the stream right now, thank you so much for giving me some YouTube love. I have 42 followers on YouTube. That is, let's just say it's more than what I used to have before, because it is. All right, so now let's take away this. Let's erase all the blue lines. The blue line special. Let's erase this part of the shoulder because he's going to be standing behind Reuben. He should really be taller than Reuben, but that would mess up the composition there, the slanting composition that goes down to the right. And let's see, it goes over his right shoulder. Oh, first he needs a torso. Let's give you a torso here. He is meant to be a brute of a man. Let's make him a brute of a man. Stronger than the average man. More muscular. More muscular than Joseph. More powerful than Levi. Alright, now we know where the shoulders are going to be. Let's drop some fabric, drop some drapery. Take care of this ear. So, also, not only did I learn about the Nazarite vow, but learned about how the different Gospels were written by the different authors and what audience they were writing towards and why. Let's see if I can remember that. The Luke is easy to remember. He was writing to the Jews. Matthew. Let's go in order. First, Matthew was writing to the Jews. That's why he writes that genealogy in Matthew 1, because the Jews are all about genealogies. They had to pay attention to who came from what family in order to know which person to anoint as the high priest, which person to allow to serve in the temple. Also, Luke was not born a Jew, but lived as a Jew, as a foreigner. Speaking of foreigners. So he... Oh, also, if you listen to Flat Cap Dapper Pastor read from Luke today, whew, my goodness. Apparently, there's some chiasm work being done in Luke. and I can't quote all of it. I just have to. Don't take my word for it. Look it up for yourself. So what a chiasm is when you take a look at the first verse of a scripture and the last verse of, let's say it's a psalm, or let's say it's a proverb. It should, if it is a chiasm, it will be a mirror image of itself. It's like a sandwich. The two pieces of bread on the other side, on either side, will mirror each other, and then the juicy part in the middle, the meat, or whatever you're putting in the middle of the sandwich, the peanut butter and the jelly, is the part that they want you to pay attention to. So if Luke is writing a chiasm, that means he learned that from his Jewish upbringing. Fascinating stuff. Fascinating. I'm just bringing it to your attention because it was just recently brought to my attention this morning. So I have not had a chance to actually look it up. So feel free to beat me to it. All right, let's work on this head. Another angry head. Angry brothers. Another angry brother. So he's going to have crow's feet which means I'm making him more than 40 years old. That's when you start to get the crow's feet, is after 40. I think the nostril goes here instead of... So right now I'm just working out the contour lines. It doesn't get interesting until I work on the shading, like this head. I think something's missing there, though. How about here? Gonna come back to this, gonna come back to that. Don't leave me, I have no body. Literally, I have no body. It's okay, I won't leave you with no body. It's starting to get cooler. That's how you know that fall is coming. It's almost time for school. Oh, look at this. D. Greg's TV has been lurking. God bless. Thank you, D. Greg's TV. That's a lot of emotes. That's like a hieroglyphics wall of emotes. D. Greg's is in lurk mode and is going to be roaming aimlessly around the comic shop, refusing help until the cashier is busy with someone else. Because that's how it works. I worked some retail in the amusement park, the amusement industry, let's just call it that, without giving away any pertinent information. I learned a lot about people by working for the masses. It was like an onslaught of humanity, the people coming in through that gate. Jay Duran Art is lurking too, drawing stuff and listening. Hello, Jay Duran, how are you? Let me give you a shout out. I can type. I'm also going to shout out D. Greg's TV as well. So I was a teenager when I had my first job working for the masses that came in through the gates of the amusement park. Oops, I forgot where the light was coming from. Let's undo. My first job was a face painter for kids. So we would paint stuff on their faces like cartoon characters, Bugs Bunny, Simpsons, Disney. I don't know how we didn't get sued. Maybe we did get sued, and maybe we licensed those characters. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe, but whatever the reason, we were allowed to paint whatever characters we wanted to paint. And the amount of humanity, the amount of... You learn a lot about how do I put this gently? How uneducated humanity is. Most of humanity is undereducated. And I'm not talking about the children, I'm talking about the parents. I'm talking about people who should know better. But maybe I shouldn't be so hard on them because I was a kid back then. I thought people were meant to read signs. I thought that signs were meant for people to actually read. The older I got, the more I realized that signs are just there in order to give somebody an out, give somebody an excuse. Well, we put a sign there. Why didn't you read the sign? Just so people don't get sued. Thank you, Nightbot. Please feel free to check out my Book of John playlist with commentaries on YouTube. Click here. So I've been thinking about doing the same thing with Mark. I've learned, the more I learned about the gospel writers, the more I realized that Mark is the book that should be used for this generation. This place and this time, the Western society in the 21st century, we want answers now. We don't want to have to ask questions about, we don't like puzzles. We want the answer. We think we want puzzles. The reason that Jesus spoke in parables is in order to hide the truth from people who were seeking to find it. So he wanted it to be found like a treasure. Like an Easter egg. I want Easter egg. I want Easter egg. I want Easter egg. Alright, so let's give this guy Cowlick. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Cowlick or Cowlick? How's it spelled? All the hair emanates from one fount, from one focal point on the top of the head, at least on this head. There's only one major hair follicle, and is the father of all hair upon this head. So I keep having to remind myself where the light is coming from. So think of what I would normally do and do the opposite of that. It's basically what I have to do. Let's change the brush down to 7 instead of 12. So baseball fans, for those of you who care about baseball, take a look at those Phillies. Huh? Am I right? Am I right? I think they're for real. I think they really exist. We'll see what happens in October. We'll see what happens. So this year I'm going to... Here's my baseball prognosticating strategy this year. I'm going to tally up all the wins from the end of July, from July 31st to beginning of October. I'm going to see who has the best record for the last 2 months of the season. And by that with that information is how I'm going to figure out who is going to do the most damage in the playoffs. And hopefully it's the Phillies. I'm not going to make any wild, outlandish predictions, because I've been burned before, just like all Philadelphia teams have burned me before. But the current team on top of the division is the Mets. And you know, wise bets are not made on the Mets, Jets, or Nets. Just think about it. Just think about your history. Think about your sports history. When's the last time the Mets, Jets, and or Nets have won any championships? I think 1986 is when they won the World Series. I don't think. I was there. I was live. I was a baseball fan back then, just like I am now. Quite certain that is the case. I don't remember all the series wins, but I do remember that one. The Bill Buckner series. They had it in the palm of their... Bill had it in the palm of his hand. It's got to be a horrible thing to be remembered for. Your whole career boils down to one mistake that you made. Hopefully he's not listening now. Hopefully he's not looking at this podcast, listening to what I'm saying. This stream, rather. If he is, I'm very flattered. Just think of, it just makes me, yes, I'm going to be a Bible nerd again, and think of sin. What Bill Buckner did was, I'm not sure if it was classified as a sin, he did not. Oh man, that is too much over there. Too much going on over there on those crow feet. Let's take care of that a different way. Think about if Jesus remembered our sins just like the nation remembers that one mistake by Bill Buckner. His whole career has boiled down to one mistake that he's made in a very critical World Series. He's had other games. The whole reason he got to the World Series is because he was pretty good at doing his job normally good. But he made one mistake, and that's all that people remember him for. I have made mistakes. I've made many more mistakes than just one. And yet, my Bible says that Jesus is going to, or God rather, will not hold my iniquity against me. All right, let's see what is left. Let's do the forehead. Let's choose number 25 for the forehead. And let's give that a little of this. Let's put this corner in the dark. All right, so now if we take that away, And take this away. Delete. I think his head should be smaller. First, let's select the head, shall we? Nope, 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 nope. What? What? Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. Alright, now we can finish the rest of Judah's arm. Let's have him cross his arms. That's a neat trick. I don't think I've drawn anyone with their arms crossed recently. Tell you what, thinking, instead of crossing his arms, I'm going to show off his muscles, show off his there should be reason that Joseph is afraid of him. Later, in the story. Maybe he's afraid of him now. Alright, let's have Reuben cross his arms instead, because I don't want them to have the same pose. CK Moore, good evening. How are you? How have things been going with you? So I'm going to put his hand up here. This hand is going to come over I think I need some reference. I think I need to look at someone's arms crossed. Relaxing for a bit, pretty good. Been having fun with pencil sketching lately. Also tested the rules for my game, and I'm pretty happy with the directions going. Awesome. That all sounds like good stuff. Well, look at the time. Good to see you here, CK Moore, but it's about 11:59 p.m. And you know what that means? That means it's about the end of this stream. So, CK, do you have an idea of who to raid? For being the last person on the stream, you get to choose who to raid without redeeming any channel points. No clue. Don't know enough about Twitch still. Okay. Alright then. How about... I'll do it myself. I'm going to find somebody different. I'm going to... Actually, it's Thursday night, so I'm going to raid Jate, that is. Raid Jate. Not Raid Jade, but Raid Jate. Because Jate is doing some drawing tonight on Thursdays. No one I follow is live. I try to be live. I try to be... At least I'm streaming. I don't know if I'm live or not. I'm awake. I do know that much. Which is not going to be... Try to be lively. That's right, yes. Alright, let's go to Jate Live. Oh, first of all, I found him on my browser. Second of all, we're going to paste the command in the stream. Feel free to copy and paste that command. You too, have a good night, CK. And I will copy and paste this command. Nope, that's not the right one. Professional streamer. Semi-professional streamer. There we go. All right, now we try again. Okay, we're going to raid Jate. Thank you everyone for hanging out and lurking. Thank you for chatting. I will be back here tomorrow night at 10 p.m. from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. And until then, may the Lord be with you. Peace. Clicking, rating now. There we go.
Thank you so much for the raid. How was the stream? If you're not citizens, where am I? Your friendly neighborhood Christian comic artist. Oh, gosh. RC, how you been? How was your stream? We are clearing the camp. It was good? Were you doing art? Computer wanted to put antsy. No, that's not. I says currently playing art. Don't forget to turn off OBS. The number of times I've done that. Alright, there we go. Sorry, I was in the middle of a fight there. What kind of art were you doing today? Art is a very long game with many levels, it's true. I actually did some art today too, but it was kind of speed paint. It went very, very quick. Oh, nice. Type 2. You get a gold. I'll take it. Gold nucleus. We do a Thankful Thursday. Page 13. How's it coming? We did ours pretty fast. It was in less than an hour, but
Get a heckin' good sleep.
get a good sleep, Zafira. Good night. Team's almost done. Much love, Zafira. We were on 58 today. I don't know if it ever opens. Yeah. There's 58s today.
Ooh, nice.
Very quick. You know, it was like 30 minutes maybe. But, yeah. And then we wrote all the things we're thankful for up here. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It like goes back a bit, but it's very quick. Not a lot to it. All right, let's see. We can do one of these like missions together. So you go to if you go to the top, you gotta make sure you claim these. Newcomer events, claim those. Claim this.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go to sleep in just a minute.
It's okay. Ooh, I finished all of chapter 1.
Nice.
Chapter 2.
I'm enjoying this a lot.
Yeah, it's fun. Unlocking one of those every day, I guess. Cheesy rice burrito. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good, dang. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make
Taco Bell is just not good.
it's so good. It's actually so good.
Del Taco is just better.
Yeah, we don't have Del Taco, so we just accept that Taco Bell is good and it's for the price. And we just say it's gotta be here's what it is.
I would only want to live somewhere within a mile radius of a Del Taco.
And
It's a non-negotiable for me.
weird. Uh-oh, Durgo says he got sick off of Del Taco. Conflicting information. Nah, some are better than others.
No.
Our Taco Bell is not very good here, honestly.
Lies and propaganda.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Not enough. Not enough really to break these shields very easily. Okay, now this should be okay, right? No, I'm just skipping the shields. I'm not even breaking. I killed him before I even broke the shield. The scythe is nuts. Or not the scythe, the, what is it? Zero? I don't know. Whatever his thing is.